Some roads around the world are just unbelievable. They don't make sense, and they sure don't follow the rules. Some are packed with danger, making every drive an adventure. Others? They offer views so stunning, they'll take your breath away. Then there are the ones that mix beauty with a sense of danger. They're as mysterious as they are amazing. These roads challenge everything we think we know about engineering. It might sound hard to believe, but trust me, they're real. From roads that only appear for a few hours a day, to those with dark, twisted histories. Today, join Jeff as we dive into 15 of the most mind-blowing roads out there. But before we jump into the list, let's take a sneak peek at the top 15 and see which ones really blow your mind. Every road has its own special something, but stick with us until the end, because we've saved the absolute craziest one for last. It's not just jaw-dropping, it's packed with extreme challenges. Located on the Atlantic coast of France, in the Bay of Brignagan, the Kissimmee Causeway is a road that can vanish at any moment. It's surrounded by the sea on both sides, and thanks to the tides, it's only passable for a couple of hours each day. To drive across, you've got to time it just right, either before the tide comes in or after it goes out. Otherwise, the road gets completely submerged under 4 meters of water. This causeway first showed up on maps back in 1701. It was the only link between mainland France and the island of Narmoutier. By 1840, the road officially opened to traffic, allowing both cars and horseback riders to cross. Today, it stretches about 4.2 kilometers. If drivers don't follow the tide schedule, they'll be in for a serious surprise. Can you imagine? Traffic is already bad enough, but add in a road that only opens for a few hours, and things get chaotic real quick. That's exactly why this road attracts adventure junkies every year. Delio Pass sits in the Italian Alps, where Italy borders Switzerland. Built by the Austrian Empire between 1820 and 1825, this road starts at 950 meters and climbs all the way to 2,760 meters. It's known for its 75 hairpin turns, 48 of which are on the north side, which is why it's often called the 48 turns. Most roads have a gradient of 6% or less, but here, it's 7.4% on average. To clarify, the gradient measures the height difference over the distance. Driving here can feel a bit dizzying, almost like you're seasick. If you're heading downhill, you've got two options: navigate the winding road, or cut straight across the mountain. This pass is one of the toughest sections in the Italian cycling race. And Stelvio's slopes are also among the most challenging in the World Ski Championships. In fact, a British car show once called Delio Pass the best driving road in the world. Ever seen a road built on top of a volcano? Capulin Volcano Road, located in northeastern New Mexico, wraps around the volcano like a ribbon. Although Capulin isn't an active volcano, it's dormant, having last erupted between 55,000 and 62,000 years ago. The volcano rises sharply from the plains, standing at 2,494 meters, with a base circumference of about 6 kilometers. The crater rim is roughly 1.6 kilometers around, and the crater itself is 122 meters deep. This 3-kilometer road, completed in 1925, was the first road ever built on top of Capulin Volcano. It's narrow and winding, with a 6% gradient in most sections. Aside from a few sharp turns, there are no guardrails along most of it. If a bus breaks down, traffic can come to a complete halt. Note: the road at the top of the volcano is not suitable for RVs, buses, trailers, or any vehicles longer than 8 meters. Visitors can drive to the parking lot at the edge of the extinct volcano, then take a hike down to the crater, which plunges more than 100 meters deep. From the summit, you'll get amazing views of the surrounding volcanic terrain, the San Cristo mountain range, and a rich variety of plants and animals. Capulin Volcano has earned recognition from the International Dark Sky Association, which means it boasts one of the darkest skies on the planet. With almost no light pollution, the stars and Milky Way are incredibly clear and visible. Zojila Pass is a high-altitude pass in the Himalayas, connecting India with Kashmir. At 3,528 meters above sea level, the pass stretches for about 9 kilometers. At its narrowest point, it's under 3 meters wide, barely enough for a single car. It's considered one of the most dangerous roads on Earth. There are no guardrails, and steep cliffs line both sides of the road. The winding path, combined with unstable mountain slopes, makes landslides a constant risk for drivers. Local wildlife often roams the pass, sometimes taking over the entire road. Getting through this pass is a serious test of skill and nerves. A moment's distraction could send you tumbling off the edge. The road's danger is also heightened by the unpredictable weather. During the monsoon season, the road turns into a muddy mess, even making four-wheel drive vehicles struggle. In winter, it's usually closed, as snow can pile up to 15 meters high. Driving through in winter feels like squeezing through two giant ice walls. The Atlantic Coastal Road runs along Norway's western coast, opening in 1989 and stretching for 8.69 kilometers. The road's design is mind-blowing, with a series of 8 bridges that zigzag through the landscape, linking various islands to the mainland and extending all the way to the ocean. The Storsand Bridge is the tallest and most famous of these, at 260 meters long, and it sits right at a sharp curve in the road. This cantilever bridge isn't just a structural marvel, but it also integrates beautiful artistic design. From certain angles, the curve of the bridge looks like a ski jump, which often catches unfamiliar drivers by surprise, making them quickly hit the brakes. The road gracefully connects several islands, creating a necklace-like chain, and driving here feels like floating on the water. Along the way, you'll be treated to stunning coastal views. It's also a prime fishing spot, whether you're fishing from a boat or casting a line off the bridge. However, be aware that the area along the Atlantic Coastal Road is prone to hurricanes in the fall. The construction team faced 12 hurricanes while building this road, so it's important to be mindful of the weather when driving here. The powerful collision of the Indian and Eurasian plates created the sheer cliffs and deep gorges of the Taihang Mountains. The South Taihang Gorge is massive in every sense, depth, length, and width. It's truly mind-blowing. The cliffs are so sheer, they almost look like the walls of a boot, so it's hard to imagine how anyone could build a road here. But nothing could stop the locals. They were determined to find a way to connect with the outside world. And that's how the Guoliang Hanging Road in Guoliang Village, Huixian, Xinjiang, Hunan, came to be. This road is the most famous hanging road in China, and probably one of the most thrilling, jaw-dropping roads you'll ever see. Before this road was carved out, the small villages hidden in the Taihang Mountains were completely cut off from the world, like isolated islands with no contact with the outside. Then in the 1970s, 13 villagers took on an impossible task: no machines, no power, just their bare hands. They chipped away at the 400-meter high cliffs of South Taihang, slowly, painstakingly carving a road along the edge of the mountain. What they created was the Guoliang Hanging Road, a stunning yet dangerous masterpiece that's now legendary. These 13 villagers are now known as the 13 Heroes of Guoliang Cave. This road is considered one of the world's 10 most dangerous, and it's also one of the 18 most unique roads in the world. Stretching over 1,250 meters, every 10 meters, you'll find a small window for light. The tunnel's clearance is only 4.5 meters, and its width is just 3.7 meters. The entire tunnel hangs right off the edge of a cliff, winding its way through in a dizzying fashion. Driving through this road is not for the faint of heart. In some places, only one vehicle can pass at a time, and cars can only meet at designated spots. Night driving? Even riskier. For many years, this was the only way in or out of Guoliang Village. But with tourism on the rise, a new road was built, turning the original into a one-way uphill route. Driving this road is a true adrenaline rush, with every second leaving your heart racing. It's the largest bridge in Japan, and the third biggest concrete steel bridge in the world. At 1,700 meters long, with a width of 11.4 meters, this bridge spans across Lake Naka, which is the 5th largest lake in Japan. It connects Tottori Port in Tottori Prefecture to Matsue in Shirmaine Prefecture. Now, let me tell you, the approach to this bridge is no joke. On the Shirmaine side, the incline hits a steep 6.1%. On the Tottori side, it's still a pretty intense 5.1%. For every 100 meters you drive, you're gaining about 6 meters in height. When you look at it from a distance, the bridge looks like it's soaring straight up into the sky. The slope is that dramatic. Driving across it feels like you're on a roller coaster. It's seriously intense. From a distance, the The bridge almost looks like a mountain spine, and even the most seasoned drivers have to be extra careful to get across safely. That's why a lot of people call it one of the most terrifying bridges out there. But when you see it from the side, the slope isn't as crazy as it first seems, and the fear kinda disappears. Nature's own masterpiece, this place will leave you speechless. Located on the northern edge of the Sichuan Basin, the Jian Mountains have been shaped by millions of years of geological forces. With steep cliffs on the north side and a more gradual slope to the south, this landscape is truly breathtaking. Over time, relentless erosion has carved these towering cliffs, creating a natural fortress that's impossible to ignore. Because of its daunting terrain, Jianmen Pass became one of China's most strategic fortifications. It's famous for its extreme danger. In the classic poem, The Difficulty of the Shoe Road, the treacherous path is vividly described, with lines like "even the yellow crane can't fly over," and "monkeys can barely cling to the rocks to cross." These words paint a vivid picture of just how difficult and dangerous the journey is. Within the scenic area, you'll find the infamous Monkey Jail Road, which is one of the most thrilling and terrifying hiking trails you can imagine. At just 446 meters long, with a vertical drop of more than 500 meters, it's barely 30 centimeters wide. And there are no guardrails to keep you from the edge. The path twists around sheer cliffs, with hikers relying on chains and safety harnesses, taking small steps to carefully navigate the rocky wall. Only when you experience it yourself can you truly understand what it means to face Shoe Road's difficulty. Many adventurers have turned back in fear, but do you have the courage to face it? Tucked away in western Bolivia, this treacherous road connects La Paz to Coroico. At an altitude of over 4,600 meters and stretching 80 kilometers, the most perilous part is the 60 kilometers of North Yungas Road. This stretch is mostly steep, with only about 3 meters of width, and there's barely room for vehicles to pass each other on the narrow turns. Originally built by prisoners from Paraguay, the road was renovated about 20 years ago, but due to limited funding, it still has no guardrails. Driving here is a heart-pounding experience, whether you're behind the wheel or just a passenger. When rain, fog, or dust storms hit, visibility drops to nearly zero, and the road often turns to mud, with loose rocks tumbling down from above. Accidents are all too common, with vehicles regularly plunging off the cliffs, and the death toll is shockingly high. This road has earned the nickname, the Death Road. Statistics reveal that around 200 to 300 people die here each year, with crosses lining the roadside as grim reminders of the danger. There's a unique rule for driving here. When going downhill, you must pull over to the left edge of the cliff, allowing vehicles going uphill to pass first. This ensures a safer, smoother encounter. The reason behind this is simple: most cars here are left-hand drive, so drivers can lean out the window to keep an eye on their wheels, avoiding the terrifying possibility of going over the edge. Despite the danger, over 25,000 adventure seekers visit each year, especially mountain bikers. Since 1998, at least 18 cyclists have tragically died while riding this road. Luckily, by the end of 2006, a safer version of the Yungas Road was finished. It's now a dual-lane road, and there's even a bypass to avoid the deadliest sections. The Muang Railway is a unique narrow-gauge railway in Thailand, spanning nearly 65 kilometers, stretching from Bangkok's large Mae Klong Circle Station to the western city of Mae Klong. This railway became famous for passing through a bustling market, which many people call the most dangerous market in the world. The Mae Klong Railway has been around for over 130 years, serving as a key transport route in Thailand. As the city grew, the tracks gradually became part of the urban transportation system, connecting several major areas, and each year it also carries thousands of tourists. 35 years ago, a local market began to form on either side of the tracks. Every day, the train runs at a speed of 15 kilometers per hour, with 8 trains passing through. Vendors have already set up their stalls when the trains arrive. But as the train approaches, the vendors quickly clear away their goods, because the stalls are only about 2 meters away from the tracks, and people have to stand right next to the train carriages while waiting for the train to pass. The vegetables that are left behind often get crushed by the passing train. Before the train arrives, people weave through the vendors, picking out their daily groceries. The market is shaded by low-hanging tarps and umbrellas, giving it the appearance of an ordinary local market. But if you look closely, you'll realize you're actually walking on the train tracks. When the shrill alarm sounds, the market immediately becomes chaotic. In one moment, you see people buying vegetables, and the next, vendors quickly grab their baskets, boxes, and anything on the tracks, because every stall is on wheels, making it easy to quickly clear the way. As the train passes, people freeze in place, the carriages almost brushing against their bodies, a terrifying moment for anyone nearby. Once the train moves on, the vendors set up their stalls again, restoring normalcy as if nothing ever happened. Today, the market has become a popular tourist spot. Before each train arrives, tourists eagerly raise their phones and cameras, ready to capture the thrilling moment. Once the train has stopped, tourists rush forward to take photos with it, and sometimes you can even climb aboard the train for a picture. But be careful with your timing, or you might get carried off to the next station. The Korum Highway, also known as the China-Pakistan Friendship Highway, was built by China and Pakistan in the 1960s and 70s as a cross-border road. The road starts in Kashgar, Xinjiang, crosses the Karakoram Mountains, the Hindu Kush, the Pamir Plateau, and finally reaches the northern Pakistani city of Takhat, stretching 1,224 kilometers in total, with 415 kilometers in China and 809 kilometers in Pakistan. The highway's lowest point is 600 meters above sea level, while its highest point is an astonishing 4,693 meters. It's been ranked as one of the world's 10 most dangerous roads. The terrain along the route is extremely complex, with frequent landslides, avalanches, falling rocks, and other natural disasters, and the road and bridge structures often suffer damage. Due to the harsh geological conditions, the road requires constant maintenance, with the Pakistani military even deploying engineers to manage repairs and emergency interventions. The Karakoram Highway is also considered one of the most expensive construction projects of the modern era. The entire road features 24 main bridges, 70 smaller bridges, and over 1,700 culverts, using 8,000 tons of explosives, 80,000 tons of cement, and 30 million cubic meters of earth and rock. Because of the incredibly challenging construction conditions, it's often called the eighth wonder of the world. Every part of this road presents a challenge, not just for drivers, but even for anyone walking along it, as danger is always lurking. Dalton Highway runs through the remote wilderness of Alaska, starting in Livingwood and stretching all the way to Prudhoe Bay. Built in the 1970s, it runs parallel to the famous Trans-Alaska Pipeline. This highway covers over 600 kilometers, and most of it is completely untouched and rugged. The entire road is unpaved, making it feel like you're traveling through time, back to a simpler, less touched world. Along the way, you won't find any gas stations or service areas. All you'll see is dense forest and towering mountains. The road and pipeline snake their way through this harsh landscape, like two ribbons cutting through nature's wild beauty. Driving here is no easy feat, especially in smaller vehicles or on a motorcycle. The nearest hospitals are far away, in Fairbanks and Dead Horse. Anyone planning to tackle this highway needs to come prepared with survival gear. Despite the isolation, Dalton is busy with truck traffic. In the summer, about 160 trucks drive through each day, and that number increases to 250 in the winter. Drivers need to stay hyper-alert, always keeping their headlights on. The road is filled with steep slopes, some as high as 12%. A small mistake can lead to a serious accident. If the road were ever paved, it would quickly become a nightmare. The extreme cold in Alaska would break up the pavement, creating giant potholes. In harsh weather, however, the gravel actually gives cars better traction and prevents the road from icing over. That's why Dalton Highway remains safer in its natural, unpaved state. Sani Pass, located in South Africa's KwaZulu-Natal province, crosses the Drakensberg mountain range, the highest point of the Great Escarpment in southern Africa. In terms of steepness and ruggedness, this pass is the toughest of them all, making it one of the most iconic in South Africa. Originally built in 1922, it was only 2 meters wide, and passable only by pack animals. It wasn't until around 1950 that Jeep cars started using the pass for transporting goods. At its peak, the pass rises to 2,876 meters. The weather can change in an instant, with thunderstorms and strong winds being common year-round. That's why driving here requires extreme caution. Keep your vehicle in the right gear, make sure you have enough power, and stay alert to any changes in the weather. The average slope on Sani Pass is 5%, but there are stretches where the slope reaches up to 25%. At the top, the slope can even hit 30%. When the road is wet, many vehicles end up stuck, and you can find the remains of cars that slid off the road in the canyon below. These wrecks are a silent warning to drivers of just how dangerous this pass can be. In 1958, the road was improved, but it's still a challenge to navigate. Only four-wheel drive vehicles can make it through. Some adventurous tourists even rent four-wheel drives just to experience the pass. For most South Africans, it's long been a bucket list destination. Plans are in the works to pave Sani Pass with asphalt, but it will be a multi-stage project. The first stage will extend the asphalt all the way to the border checkpoint. However, the project is expected to take at least another 5 years to complete. Many locals are against the idea, fearing that it will destroy the natural beauty of the area. The Hangan Interchange, also known as the Panlong Interchange, is located in the Nannan district of Chongqing, China. Spanning 616 acres, it's the largest and most complex interchange in the city. The construction of the interchange began on September 30, 2009, and the main structure was completed on May 30, 2017. The total length of the interchange ramps is 16,414 meters, with the elevated sections measuring 6,770 meters. The connecting roads add another 9,644 meters, and from ground level to the highest point, it stands at 37 meters tall, about the height of a 12-story building. The Korum Highway cuts through Russia's far east, connecting Yakutsk to Magadan. It's a massive 2,032 kilometers long, and took 21 years of grueling work to complete. This road slices through a brutal, high-latitude region, where the weather is unforgiving. In winter, temperatures can drop to as low as -70 degrees Celsius. While building it, thousands of workers tragically died from the freezing cold, and they were buried without any proper markers, left to rest under the frozen earth beneath the road. When the snow and ice start to melt in summer, their remains sometimes resurface, which is why it's known as the Road of Bones. Though we don't have exact numbers, it's believed that at least 250,000 workers lost their lives during construction. If you break it down, for every 8 meters of road built, one person would die. The reason the bones appear is that the permafrost shifts with the seasons, causing the frozen layers to move upwards, bringing the remains to the surface. Once summer hits and the ground thaws, the bones come back into view. Interestingly, the Korum Highway was abandoned for a while, because of its terrible condition. But in 2008, Russia decided to rebuild it. Now, the road not only helps the local economy, but it's also become a major tourist attraction. Adventurers are drawn to its dark history, and its dangerous terrain, driving out there to conquer the infamous Road of Bones. That wraps up today's list of Jeff's 15 most unbelievable roads. Don't forget to subscribe, and join me on a journey to explore every corner of the world.